Now, the last thing that I like to split test is actually the first question of your survey or your form. Now, to explain this, I need to introduce a model I've often talked about on this YouTube channel called curious versus committed. Now, we typically talk about curious versus committed when we talk about hooks and content, but it can apply to every single piece of your marketing communication. So let's say, for example, asking for contact details. Over here on the left is a score of 0, and over here on the right is a score of 10. If you ask for contact details, it's typically like an 8, right? We'll place contact details up here. Now, if we jump straight to an 8, often the conversion rate can be reduced as a result of that. So what we can do is we try and warm people up to being an 8 through the specific sequence of questions that we ask. So we might want to start at like a 3 or a 4. And the easiest question to use is just something about that person that isn't their contact details. What you want to be able to do is repeat back an internal thought, belief, problem or outcome which is going through that person's head. So when they see your multi-choice question, they go, oh, that's me and what I'm experiencing right now. Not just, oh, here's my phone number for whatever reason, right? So my favorite first question is which best describes you? So do which best describes you, A, B, C, or D? And you can do like things like frustrations they're having, goals they have, things they're moving away from. Those are already like 3 or 4. And then you can, through the process of the survey or the application form, you work up from curious to committed, right? I see it all the time. Like, even though we like have this landing page template for our With You members that has contact details last, sometimes I'll move it to the first question and wonder why it didn't work. It's like, no, we need to start the survey somewhere down here, more towards the curious end of the spectrum, and click by click work up towards contact details. And that first question, making it more on the curious end of the spectrum so you can warm them up to being more committed and chucking their contact details in there, that makes all the world of the difference. Because the other thing you want to consider as well is getting them to start the survey is like more than half the battle. Once they've started the survey and they've gotten to the end, they've made all these clicks and all these keystrokes that kind of like embed them and commit them to the process so that they're more likely, keyword more likely, not 100% of the time, more likely to, when they get to the contact details, they're like, well, I've already started this, I've already filled this out, I might as well fill this out now. Whereas if they don't start in the first place, then you've already lost them from the first slide.